Anybody else?
I'm going to stay here, just going to have to turn my back to the audience.
Ms. Hinners, please address council.
Good
Ms.
evening.
Hinners, please address council, step to the podium and address council. You're here in a public meeting to address council.
I am.
Not the audience, it's council. Thank you.
Sure. Good evening. My name is Stacy Hinners, and I live
Ms.
at
Hinners.
30 Mudbrook Road. For those of you
Ms.
who
Hinners.
don't know me, I was born and raised in Huron.
Mrs.
I
Hinners.
attended college and law school before I returned here with my husband to raise our two kids, ages 10 and 13. I love this town, but we've become disappointed with the way that the city government is conducting business. We found that council has entered into backroom deals, hidden the identities of parties and their intentions, all to keep this community from being able to weigh in on important issues. Now maybe those deals like OPC and Mucci were good for the community, maybe they weren't, but the community had a right to know about them and weigh in on them before they happened. Over the past couple of years, my husband and I tried to address our concerns about the city through a number of means. We tried appealing to the sense of reason and honor of our council, hoping that maybe they were just unaware of problems, and once made aware of that, would improve. My husband met with many of the council members one-on-one, and they acknowledged that they need to do better, but they haven't. In fact, last year proved to be a year of empty promises about transparency and greater community involvement. In December of 2018, council abused executive session and took action outside of public view to vote in secret and order secret bonus payments be made to the city manager. That council did this twice in 2018. They paid Mr. White a total of $15,000 in bonus money on top of his salary, his car allowance, and his phone allowance. But they didn't do it with a public vote or with any notice to the public. Now maybe he makes the right amount of money, maybe he doesn't. But council shouldn't be hiding payments they make from this community. When Jason and I, my husband and I, discovered this, we wrote to council in a respectful manner. We notified them that we felt that they had violated the Open Meetings Act, and we asked them to remedy it without the need for litigation. We asked them to acknowledge their mistake and make it right, and they refused. So today, my husband and I filed a lawsuit against the city and each of the council members in their official capacity for violating the Open Meetings Act. Now, on tonight's agenda, council has two proposed legislation.
30 seconds, Ms.
It will
Hinners.
pretend that its repeated violations of the law never happened by ratifying payments it made in 2017 and 2018. You'll see it on the agenda. But there are public records that explicitly show, they'll also say that they conducted all their deliberations consistent with the Open Meetings Act. But there are public records that show that they did not. They didn't do it in January 2018, but they paid him a $10,000 bonus in secret.
Your 3 minutes are up.
Or in, Mayor, you allowed Mr. Wright to speak for 5 minutes at the last meeting about flooding in Beechwood. I'd asked to be afforded this same privilege.
No.
Sir, if you
3 minutes
cut
is
me
the time
off,
limit.
Sir, you do not enforce
You-
that
you are
rule
going to be charged with
consistently and
disrupting
without
a
regard
public
to
meeting.
content. The fact that you
Please
don't
sit
like
down.
my content,
Please sit down.
I'll note here for the record that unlike Mr. Wright, who was allowed to speak for 5 minutes at the last
You're
meeting,
making a mockery of the city council meeting by turning and talking. Sit down, Mrs. Hinners. We're done with you. Sit down, please.
Par for the course.
Your shenanigans, yes. Very good. Next item on the agenda, old business. A motion to release the
Does anyone else want to
RFP.
speak?
Pardon me?
Does anyone else want to speak? Are there any other?
Does anyone else like to speak? Please.
Good evening. My name is Christy Jones. I live at 24 Oakwood Avenue, also in Rye Beach. I'd like to speak on the frustration that I've had as a resident and as a trustee of the Rye Beach Homeowners Association. For at least 7 years, I've been complaining about the same property. When I first approached the city in regards to some of these issues. I told them right off the bat, we as a homeowners association didn't want to start with the Oster Mobile Home Park. We wanted to start with the 7 or 8 properties that we've been saying year after year after year have many violations, and we keep addressing them. My frustration is that this whole time, they've been giving violations after violations. I've gone back and forth with spreadsheets over the same 5 or 6 properties every year. It's not only a waste of my time, but a waste of the council and Doug and all the people that go out there and check on it. So I'm asking that as you start reviewing all of these violations and the code, that you look at what is the penalty that these people are being fined with, because obviously it needs to be much stricter. In order for a $50 fine, half of them are just going to blow that off. We're going to end up paying the city members to mow grass and do all of these other things. So I would really encourage you to look at what is the penalty for these violations going forward as we look at all of these issues with the Oster Mobile Home Park as well. There's 2 homes in our development that have pools that don't have the proper fencing around them. I have highlighted those in red to grab attention, and this is the 2nd year. We're starting Memorial Day here in a couple weeks. The season's the beginning, and that is an issue for young kids in our neighborhood, that those pools are not confined. There's all sorts of other issues with those 6 and 7 homes every year. Broken windows, peeling roofs, paint. I mean, there's a couple of them that are scarier than just the Oster Mobile Home Park that neighbors for 7, I think 15 years have looked at. The Lowry property is a good example there at Richland.
30 seconds, Mrs. Jones.
So please consider looking at what you're going to do going forward in the future with the fines for these violations.
Thank you.
Jim Zandrowski, 2006 Lakewood Avenue, Huron. Member of the Ride Beach Property Owners Association as a trustee. I'd just like to say, former city councilman, retired lawyer, I'm very happy to see that you've been responsive to the pressing needs of our community, which is all of Huron, etc. I think, I know the seat that you're sitting in. It's a very difficult job. You have a lot of different things you're juggling. But I think the community has brought it to your attention that something needs to be done to address some of these concerns in the Rye Beach area. Again, it is the gateway to Huron from the west. Everybody comes off going to Cedar Point. It's the first thing they see, etc., etc. We want to make sure that we're projecting the right image for our community. And anything you can do to assist in that endeavor, I'm sure will be appreciated by everybody involved. Thank you.
Thank you. No, what he really wants.
Anyone else like to address council? You've already gone, Mr. Barron. You've already gone. Anyone else?
Absolutely, you can talk to me. Does she want to?
No further, 3 minutes.
The whole crowd, or does she want me to step away? What did I do?
Disrupting a public meeting. Please remove Mrs. Hinners from City Hall.
You can physically, then please physically remove me. Mayor, it's up to you. I mean, you want a
Yes,
federal
remove
lawsuit, this is how
her.
you get one.
Remove her. Yes. If you can't get up and respect like everyone else does, I understand you're upset about stuff. But this is a city council meeting. You stand up and you do it. You don't grandstand, you don't do that, you don't turn around, you make the rules.
I'm not leaving. I didn't do anything to disrupt. I took my 3 minutes and I sat down. I requested I be treated the same as every other citizen that comes to this meeting.
First you started there, I asked you to step to the podium and address, and you're creating a scene now. Please remove her.
You created the scene, sir, by bringing the police and abusing your power. Is someone videoing this?
That's a shame. Yeah, it is.
Really?
No, it is.
You're gonna physically remove me?
Yes, we are. I'm not. Hey, come on. Come on. Stacy, hey, this is ridiculous, Brad. Stacy, Stacy, let it go. Hey, Stacy, let it go. We're not trying to do this. Man, this isn't. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. What a
This
shame.
is the kind of city we're running here, folks.
Exactly what she wanted.
By all
You
means.
can come to the meeting and act like an adult, you get treated like an adult.
No, my son will take my stuff. Leave my stuff alone.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Next item on the agenda, under old business, take a motion to release the RFP for 508 Main Street. Turn around, you make the rules.
I'm not leaving. I didn't do anything to disrupt. I took my 3 minutes and I sat down. I requested I be treated the same as every other citizen that comes to this meeting. That was afforded more
Step to the
time.
podium and address, and you're creating a scene now. Please remove.
You created the scene, sir, by bringing the police and abusing your power. Is someone videoing this?
Yep.
Really? They're gonna physically remove me?
Yes, we are.
Stop it.
Come on. Brad.
Hey guys, it's getting a little ridiculous. Hey, come on, we're not trying to do this. Oh man.
Unbelievable.
This is the kind of city we're running here, folks.
Exactly what you wanted.
By all means. Gentlemen, I hope you have a good time in federal court. No, my son will take my stuff. Leave my stuff alone.
Hey, come on, we're not trying, you can't do this. Jeez, oh man.
Unbelievable.
This is the kind of city we're running here, folks.
Exactly what you wanted.
By all means. Gentlemen, I hope you have a good time in federal court. No, my son will take my stuff. Leave my stuff alone.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Jeez.